Let's talk about the long distance opposition. So we know opposition is a way to fight for squares between kings. And for the purposes of this video, we assume that there are no more pieces. Of course, in this video, there are no more pieces, but sometimes in the end games there are more, but we, for any reason, don't want to move those pieces. So the fight will be between the kings. Okay, the reasons are not just because we don't want to, it's that because if we move those other pieces, we will screw our position usually. Okay, we'll see examples about this in the future, but usually this happens mostly in games with kings and pawns, and use few pawns. Now, in this case, for purposes, the squares are going to be these three that I mark on red. And white is to move. That means that white, as we know, will lose the position. And remember, I talked about a little bit about the long distance opposition compared with the short one. The short will be if the kings were separated for one square. Here, they are in the same line, but separated for three squares. Okay? So per number of squares, kings on the same color, the same line, opposition, in this case, the long distance one. Now, once white moves, here black will try to fight for the position starting in the middle line. He will play king a8, taking the position again, okay? Now, remember, if white goes to any of these three squares that I show with the arrow, black, sorry about that, wow. Black will try to take will take the short distance opposition. If king d5, king d7, if king e5, king e7, and if king f5, king f7. And in that case, white won't be able to protect the three squares because he will end up losing the position. Like for example here, okay, I control the three squares still, but black takes the position again. White king has to move, and wherever he goes, black will be able to take one of the key squares he was fighting for. Okay, so white cannot come closer because black will take the position. But what happens if now we move to the side? Let's say to f4. Should I take the position again? No, I should not, because I will get nowhere, no? If I just start playing king f8, king g4, king g8, I will be lying to you. I told you black took the position, but he cannot get to the squares where he wants to go. So what is going on? No. What happens is that once white goes to f4, now he's too far from this square. This one, the green one. So I should go with my king for that one. And I am taking advantage of the fact that the white king is too far. He wished he could play the king to d5, but he cannot do it now because the king is too far. So, of course, white will try to stop me. He should. Like, if that is a key square, he should try to come with his king to at least protect the square, no? But now the fight is lost because black will take the short distance opposition. White king will have to move to the side or backwards. And once that happens, black king will be able to take one of the key squares. Okay, let's go back. If I go to f4, the same thing will happen. I will go to the further from the square from the king, close to the key squares. White king has to stop me, so I don't take the square, but now I take the position, the short one. The king has to move aside, and then I will take one of the key squares. So that is the way that the long distance opposition works. Of course, I will show you in some of the future videos some practical examples of this happening. But for now, at least, it's important for you to know, to have this knowledge. What is short distance opposition and what is long distance opposition. Okay, so I hope this helps you to understand better this concept, and that's all for now. So take care, everyone, and see you next time.